Hi everyone, good afternoon, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are, and anytime you are watching this. But mine is good morning. And so my name is Victoria. So on this tutorial this morning, I will try to show you how to make a basic bodice block. Yes, a basic body block. That's what we are trying to do. So these are the materials I'll be needing for this tutorial. This is my tape, this is my marker, and this is my ruler. So let's get straight to the tutorial. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, the measurement I'm going to be using instead is my bust measurement. I'm going to be using my waist measurement and my hip measurement, and I'm going to be using my bust points. So yes, so the first measurement I'm taking right now is my bust points, and my bust point is 10. My bust point is 10, so I'm taking 10 now. Just going to make a dot, which is 10. And my waist measurement is 16. Now from my waist to my hip is 8 inches. From my waist to my hip is 8 inches, which is 24. So that is it. So now this is my vertical measurement. I'll be taking my horizontal measurement. So my bust measurement is 34. So 34 divided by 4. 34 divided by 4, I'm going to be having 8.5. I'm going to be having 8.5 for my bust measurement. So here, this is 8.5. So for my waist measurement here is 26. So 26 divided by 4 is 6.5. It's 6.5. That's what I use most of the time, but I think it's 6 point. Let me check. 26 divided by 4, yes, is 6.5 really. So this is our 6.5 here. So on this waist measurement, I'll be adding 1 inch. The reason why I'm adding 1 inch is for my darts. So I'm adding 1 inch. So the next measurement is my hip measurement, which is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. So that is my what? So this is my hip measurement. So now we'll try to draw a straight line and also connect all the line. So here I'm connecting my waistline. I'm connecting my hip, my bust line here. I'm connecting my bust line. Try to make sure that your hand is straight, because this is the pattern you'll be using for every of your tutorial. So this is it. So I'm retaking my measurements on this. This is 9, and this is my 6.5, adding my 1 inch, which is 7.5, and this is my bust measurement, 8.5. So this is it here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect these 3 lines together. I'm connecting these 3 lines together. So you know my waist cannot be this sharp. So the next thing I'm just going to do, I'm just trying to curve it out instead of having this straight and sharp edge. I'm not trying to curve it up, and so is my hip too. My hip cannot be this straight, so I'm just trying to give it this curve. So I'll be moving this camera. I'll be moving this pattern up to see the waist part of it. So that's what I'm doing here. This is the waist. So this is the waist. This is my hip. Let me write it. This is my hip. This is my waist, and this is my bust line. That's my bust point or bust line, whatever it is that you call it in your side. So now let's move down to the shoulder area. So this shoulder area now. So the first thing I'm going to be taking is my neckline. So my neckline here is, I'm going to be using 3. That's the normal neckline for every fabric you want to do. Now from this, you can actually adjust to any type you want. So now I'll be taking 3 inches, which is my neckline. I'll be taking 3 inches. Now my shoulder, firstly, you're supposed to take your shoulder measurement, and my shoulder measurement is My shoulder measurement is 16. So 16 divided by 2. Remember, your shoulder measurement should be divided by 2, not by 4. The ones here, your bust, your waist should be divided by 4. That's because you'll be cutting your fabric on 2. But when it comes to your shoulder measurement, make sure you are dividing your shoulder measurement by 2. So now my shoulder measurement is 16. So 16 divided by 2 is going to be, let me shift this down a bit so that you can see more clearly. So my shoulder measurement is 16. So 16 divided by 2, this is 8. So now from this shoulder measurement, I'll be coming down by 1 inch. So this is my 1 inch, and I'm going to be making a straight line from this 1 inch to this 3 points. The reason is because I'm giving it a shoulder slope. As you can, our shoulders are not straight, so that's why I'm going to be taking this slant to give it that fit and for the shoulder to sit properly on you. So what I'm going to be doing right now, let me use my small ruler, is to come down by this 1 inch that we made here. Yes, so that's what I'm trying to do here. Just come down by my 1 inch. So here, just come down by my 1 inch. Now to get your armhole. Now you notice that most people, when they finish sewing, their armhole will be having some gaping, to have some bulge. It's going to be having bulge. So now to get your perfect armhole without bulge, so the next thing you're going to be doing is to divide your bust measurement by 6. I'm going to be dividing my my bust measurement divided by 6 and adding 1.5. So if I'm adding 1.5, it's going to be giving me 7.1. So this is it. So this is my armhole. So this armhole, notice me, I wasn't taking it from here. I'm taking it from the slanted one, because if you take it from here, then it's going to be too tight for you. So what you take it from this slanted one, and it's giving me 7, and it is 7.5. You can calculate your own too. Your bust measurement divided by 6, adding 1.5. Now from this place, now you're going to be taking a straight line. You draw your straight line down. Now be very sure that this is straight enough, so you can just come here, help you. This is going to help you. Remember, my shoulder is 8, so from here it means that's the straight line. So I'm just going to be taking my 8 from here. So now the next thing you're just going to be doing is to extend this by 1 inch. Extend this by 1 inch so that you can just have, okay, I guess 1 inch safe is too much. It's like 7.5, just to blend this in. I'm just trying to blend this in. So this is it. So now we're going to be getting our armhole curve. Now this armhole curve is very, very simple. So the first thing you're going to do is to divide the measurement here by 2, and this is the simplest way of doing it. Just fold your tape rule by 2 here and make a point here. So when you make a point here, you come in by half of an inch. The reason why I'm coming in by half of an inch is to avoid any gaping bulge. Why am I saying gape? It's just to avoid bulge. So when you connect it back, this half inch, you connect it back to your shoulder line. Don't connect it straight. If you connect it straight, your shoulder line is going to be smaller. So you are going to connect it straight, curved back to your shoulder point. Then from your shoulder point here, you're going to be taking your curve. I'm going to be using this to make my curve. So I'm going to be having a smooth and nice curve. This is the basic measurement you'll be needing for whatsoever you want to do. So this is your armhole curve. Look at how neatly and curved is looking. So from the neck, now this neckline, you can do anything you want. You can make any curve you want. You can make V. You can make whatsoever curve it is that you want. So here I'm just trying to get a curve that I want. So now I didn't measure this because if I like, the neck can actually change. This is 3 though, but if I like, I might want to make a V. I might want to make a sweetheart neck. I might want to make a V. I might just decide to change my neck, maybe wider, smaller. So this is why I didn't bother to measure this. I just completed it. So this is it. So now I'm just going to be drawing a straight line here just to show you that this is my chest line. This is my bust point. So I'm just trying to make a straight line here to make my bust, my chest line. I'm going to be writing, this is my chest line, CL. This is my bust point, my waist, and this is my hip. Now, before we move to the back panel, we have to make a dart here. That's on your waistline. There has to be a dart here on your waistline. So now, to get your dart from my nipple to nipple is 4. You have to measure yours and know what yours is. Mine is 4, so you mark that place, then you go up beside the one you marked half, you come in by half, so you're going to be having 3 points. Now the next thing you're going to do is from your under bust, from your bust point, not from your chest line, from your bust point, you come down by 1. Then from your hip line, let me move this up so that you can see clearly. So now from your hip line, you come up by 2. This is the perfect that you'll be having on any of your dress. This is the perfect line that. So now what I'm trying to do now is just to make a straight line. I'm just trying to make a straight line. This is my 2. So this is it. So from here you connect this to this, the way I'm doing, exactly the way I'm doing it. Just getting my darts. So you do again to this. So this, and so this is our dart. So this is a basic bodice pattern. Do you see how neat and fine it is looking? So this is a basic bodice pattern. Now this is for the front. Don't ever forget to label. This is for the front. Now to make that of the back, the only difference between the front basic body pattern and the back is the shoulder line. And the only difference is that you'll not be coming in by half of an inch. You'll not be coming in by half of an inch. So now what you just do, if you have cut out that of the back, is just to connect from here. It's a bit shallower, it's not curvy. The reason why the front shoulder line is curvy is because of your bust. Yes, because of your bust, and to avoid unnecessary bulge. So now from the back, did you see how I just did this? So this is for the back. I'm going to be making two marks just to identify that this is for the back and this is for the front. Now for the neckline, you won't come down by 3 or any deep depth. It depends on the neck you want at the back too. But on the norms, the neck measurements you should always have is 1. You can go in by 1. And if you're someone that don't like touching your neck at all, you can come in by 1.5. So now I'll be going in by 1 because I prefer 1 to any of the distance. So now this is 1. So I'll just be connecting the neckline down. So this is my back neckline. So please don't be confused. This is my back neckline, this is my front neckline, and this is my shoulder line. So this is the only difference that is in the front and in the back. Every other thing is the same, the dart and every other thing. So now I'll be cutting out this, and I will be cutting out this and cutting out the back, and also transferring every measurement, and I will be showing you. So this is the full block. This is the front and the back. So this is it. I was trying to use tape to hold down the pattern so that you can see it. I'm using a paper and it's folded before I used it for the pattern. So this is it. This is the front. So if you can see the armhole here, this is the front armhole. It is different from that of the back. It is curvier, and this is that of the back. That's the only difference. And I transferred back the darts from the front, and that's in the front to the back, and every other thing is the same. The neckline of the front and of that of the back is different. So this is all of it concerning the basic bodice pattern. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I'll be glad because it's a new channel. So thank you very much, and see you in our next tutorial. Bye.